Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever, and we are still building an assemblize tool to aid our Thyme development efforts. Okay, so last video, two sessions ago, we made good progress with the UI of the assembler comparison, right? So, but there were a bunch of things left to fix, right? So, so one problem is this text thingy. Let's see. To do here, fix last line number with clipper. Yeah, the question is, how do we want to implement this though? The problem is, if there is this clipper, then this is the first line pretty much showing up. So how would we fix that? Maybe we need to say maybe we look at the previous instruction and check its line number, and if it doesn't have a previous line or the line number is different, then we display. Yeah, I think that would be more robust. So but we give it an instruction. We don't give it a list. So, okay, let's see where this is called. Yeah, instruction. So we would need to pass a previous instruction, basically. Right? Yeah. Previous instruction. So, okay, where do we call this? Here. 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 Instruction. Okay, how about we add a function? We add a function static ASM instruction get previous instruction, and we pass a const ASM instructions what is this records here, comparison records. Okay, and then we give it let's do int records index. Okay, so we would say ta-dam. All right, get previous instruction, and let's say while, so at the end is return null pointer, and then we say while record index. We should also say assert record index is smaller than record size, right? And then we say while this index is larger than larger than 0. Actually, I think we should make it unsigned. uint32t. Oops, 23. Bye-bye. Let's do a index t. There we go. Just do index. Keep it simple. Okay, so if index is smaller than that, while index, then we do minus minus index, and then we say, actually, we do here first. We do while minus minus index smaller than bigger. While index bigger than 0, minus minus index. And then if records here. Oh, we also need a side. Right. Side index. Okay. Hold on. So we need record index. And we need index t side index. Okay. There we go. So this and side index is smaller than 2. Okay, so while record index this minus minus index if this get if records record index. So if instruction pair, and then if instruction record index, no, side index. And if that is the case, then return instruction. There we go. Okay, it's a bit complicated, but that, consts. There we go. Consts. All right, so get previous instruction. Parser records, the record index, site index. Yeah, okay. And we have to do it like this with minus minus index because there could be a label here in between, right? Yeah. Yeah. Get instruction. Well, this could be quite expensive, right? If we have a lot, like if the function is very long and one side is missing, then this loop would explode a little bit. So this doesn't look good. Shit. We would probably... If we look back just one, what then? We look back one. Would that be reliable? Let's look at some more functions here. So here, as you can see, there is a gap because we have a lock here. So this one would be skip. But there can only be one skip max, I think. No. There can be more. Huh. The easiest fix here would be to just render the source code on all lines, right? Yeah. Line number. How about we add a new flag in here? We say is first line false. So we say if this is a first line number, so that we have information. So we need to here is first line. this instruction is the first one that corresponds to its line number. Its first line. Okay. Then the question is, how do we set this? So we have line number. Where's this set? I think this would be easier. We just say it's first line. We save it here. We have enough space in our struct for the booleans here. Now we have a lot of waste here. Oh boy. Yeah, we can optimize. Oh, if we change the address 64T to a 4-byte, then we would still have 8 bytes wasted because of these 3 bits here. Right, because this one would go in here, but then we still have these 3 bits. So yeah, it's hard to optimize this thing here. Okay, anyway, first line 1. So we need to check where we set this guy, line number here, set source file. So right, then how about here we source line index, count. How about we make it uint 32t. Source line index. Okay. Source line. So line number. So then we create here uint variant instructions. Yeah. So we create a uint 16t last line number, put that as 0, and then put here, what is this doing? If instructions, source lines count. Okay, break. Okay, so here we need to say last line number equals this, and then we have a condition if last line number is not equal this, then we go in here and then we set instruction is first line true. Okay, this should work. And then we go to imgui app and we remove this function again. And we also remove this here, the last line number. We don't need that anymore. Remove this guy, and instead don't pass this anymore. Source line. Oh, what did... Yeah, remove this here. There we go. And then here we say if line okay and instruction dot is first line. There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then yeah, let's remove this comment here. Let's remove this. So this and this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we don't pass this guy, and yeah, I appreciate things get simpler. That's good. And here we don't pass last line number. Actually, we don't even create it here. We do this. Okay. And this should work now. Let's see. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, excellent. Excellent. We could also maybe, I don't know if it makes sense, put the 15 here in a gray. 15 gray. How about that? So, where would that be? Print source line. How about we create a new alias for this? Green color. Let's call this light gray. Light gray color. Then we put this here. Light gray. Okay. And then let's go to our instruction column source line. Then we put it here. And then we say if instruction dot is first line, then we do one thing. Otherwise, we do the other thing. Ta-da. Ta-da. Okay. And then here we copy this, put that here, and done. Yeah, style color. Yeah. Okay, I think that is simple enough. Let's see. Makes it a bit easier to see where the line ends, right? Here. I like it. That's cool. Okay. What we could also do, we could also draw it here, but then maybe it's hard to read. No, I think for the source code, we should only have one, because I think it becomes super confusing when you have like duplicate lines, like duplicate codes, and then different lines, but still like the same code. So I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so that problem is fixed. Then there's another problem. The header is not showing always. So when we scroll down, the header is gone, but it should remain there because we put it there to stay. So for example, when we here look at this one and we scroll here, then as you can see, the header stays. But here it does not. Oh, I know why. Because the scrolling doesn't belong to these tables. That's why. Oof. I think to fix this, we would have to detach, but you can't. It needs to be one. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I see no good way for this. I wonder if we should remove this match thingy here. This match text. Match. Here. Maybe we just make it an empty text. How does that look? Then it's no longer centered well. What if we put space? Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Somehow. So somehow the width of the column here that determines how much space we have. Huh. I see. So what if we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4? 4. What happens then? Okay, maybe we make it now a bit shorter. Where do we set the size? Oof. Probably outside. Here, 45. Indent. I think there should be a column 1 width as get chart advanced space times 4. Let's see. Well, that's not it. Let's go by times 5. But that doesn't make sense. Not sure. Huh, that looks okay though. I don't know why times 5 is okay. It seems to be kind of random. Maybe width fixed, width stretch, column with stretch. Will not stretch. Okay, it's a bit suspicious to me that times 5 works. I don't know why. Let's call it 4 plus 1 then. 4 plus 1. There we go. But it looks good, so yeah, I like it. Looks wise. Okay, but how this is a problem, the scrolling here. But I mean, it does exactly what we told it to do, right? So this is one region where all the tables are in, but the tables don't own the scroller, and that's why the header is scrolled with it. Okay, but at least you can still access the stuff here, but you cannot see like But okay, but to be fair, like you can see from the contents what it is. Like you can see that this is a line number, this is a source code, this is a bytes, this is an address, this is some assembler. Like you don't necessarily need this, but it would be nice if it was still there, but I don't think we can do it. Yeah. I don't think we can do it. There was another thing that I had my eyes on, and that is if we take multiple here. So if we expand this one, then here we see there's a shift here because the scroll bar is gone, right? So I wonder if we should always show the scroll bar here on the side. Probably. By the way, what happens if we now make it larger? Huh, nothing. Okay. So you can make it larger. Huh. I don't know why someone would do that, but it is possible. Okay, so my suggestion is to have a program compare. Now we need to find the right place to look. We can delete this here. Right, it's this one here, scroll Y. So let me see, table flags. Enable virtual require outer size. Resize Y. borders. In the ImGUI demo, there was somewhere some sample where we set a minimum height, right? I wonder if there's a way to set a maximum height for a child. The question is, can we find this? Poof. I don't know where to look. Let's ask ChatGPT. How can we set a max height for a child window? No, 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 no. No. No, no, no. 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 The child window is resize. Wait. The child window is resizable with flag. I want to set a max height that this can be resized to. The fuck is that? That doesn't look like it. No, no. No, 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 no. That is not correct. It was somewhere here. Let's see if you can find it. Somewhere at the tables. Oh. Somewhere where we were able to resize. Jesus Christ. Where was this? Advanced. I can sort this. I can also put buttons in there. Oh boy, where was this? Custom headers. What? Okay. Trivia. Background color. Ah, this will be useful. Background color, yeah. I can't remember where this was. I've seen it somewhere. And we have also briefly used it somewhere. But I think I removed it. Shit. Where was this? Man. It's just too much here. Was it on a multi-combo? On these here somewhere. Hold on. List boxes. Man, it's so hard to find things here. Multi-select. I think it was in one of these guys. Here. Okay, so this one can be resized fully. This one as well. And this one has a, here we go. Oh boy, this is buried. Okay, so call stack. And here, size constraint. There we go. That's the one. So here. So we put this here, set next window size constraint, and we don't put a min constraint, 0.0f. Instead, we put a constraint for this one here, for the table size. Maybe we should have, maybe we should make this in a function. Static im vec2. Well, it's just this here, isn't it? Actually, this can be in our util imgui misc. Outer size for table. Float get max table height, and then we go size t item count, or a rows. And there we put basically the calculation is this here. Return text line spacing, which is a float, times rows plus 2. There we go. Get max table height. Yeah, okay. And then we take this guy and we remove this here. And then here we put get max table height for records.size. There we go. I think that makes it a bit table size. Yeah, and then so set next window size constraint, and then we do this. And hold on. We just put this here. There we go. Let's put this comment in here. There we go. Okay, then we don't need this here. All right. +1 for headers row. Okay. And then we use this guy here. We use this guy and put it here. Okay, imgue records.size. Yeah, basically just replace this. There we go. Of 0.0f. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the hope is now that the resize, we can no longer resize over the max amount of the table. Let's see. Because it doesn't make sense, right? Okay, so let's see. Oof. Let's double click. Man, let's show more than one here. There we go. Okay, so okay, well, that's not quite right, is it? It's a bit too small. It is a bit too small. Why? It looks like it doesn't account for the border. The border of the... I don't know how many pixels these are, but okay, maybe we need to have, maybe we need to add a little bit here. So plus, I don't know, +5. Okay, so now it's a bit larger. Yeah, it's a bit larger now. So I do wonder what is the real, maybe +2 for the borders. I don't know. Hard to say. I'm just guessing. I have no clue. Because it's probably depends on the implementation details of the table, like how much height does it actually add there on top and the bottom extra. Okay, so 2 seems to be not enough. Yeah, so maybe 3. Maybe 3. Let's see. No. Well, then let's go back to the 5 we had. That worked. Oh, we try 4. There we go. Strange. Very strange. Okay, 4 also works. Since we can't hide, actually, how about we put it back to 3? Since we can't hide the scroll bar, we can use this trick to force the scroll bar simply by not allowing it to scroll over the limit. You know? Yeah. It does mean that there's always room to scroll, but yeah. So we can always go up and down 1 pixel. Or is there some way to... hold on. The child also has the window flags. And the window flag, I think... We can't jump to it somehow. Oof. Somehow program is dying right now. Here, always vertical scroll bar. How about this one? So let's go to ImGUI app. Let's set this back to 4. And let's add here, resize child, always vertical scroll bar. There we go. Man, this is quite finicky, isn't it? Oof. Oh. That scroll bar is for the wrong thing. Oops. Oh, right. 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 Okay, that doesn't make sense. That's too bad. So we basically would need to have a table flag that allows us to do this, but there is no such thing. All right. It has no always scroll. What does it? No. No. The only other trick I can think of is if this is maxed here, then we show the scroll bar on the child window to have one unrelated scroll bar, but that sounds stupid. I would prefer to not do dirty tricks. Boy. Set max height for reset. Constrain child window to max height of the table inside. So if we set this to something smaller, 3 or 2, then essentially it will always show the scroll bar. So here we can still scroll 1 pixel, essentially. The disadvantage of this is that we can't use the mouse wheel here on this region. So if it was really truly expanded, then we could now scroll here the mouse wheel on this area, right? Since there still is a scroll bar, we cannot do this. So it's a bit counterintuitive. Is there maybe another way? So let's test this once more. So now I can scroll. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to know where this +4 is coming from. Must be from something here. Maybe it's a notepad. So let's make a test. Let's put it back to 2. And here, so we have notepad outer X. Ah, there is no padding for Y. Okay. Never mind then. Never mind. Okay, well, no idea where this comes from. Let's say +4 because the child tables add this much. Somewhere. Yeah. Times 4 because column text is intended to be 4 characters wide. +1 because unknown. Yeah, it's a bit bad that this is now disconnected from table. Maybe there should be. Let's see. I think that's okay. Don't need to make it too complicated. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice if we could have it this row always here, but I don't know how to do it nicely. I mean, the workaround would be to, like we say, okay, we put a scroll bar into this. If this one has no scroll bar shown, but that's so dirty. I don't like it. Or we say, we could also maybe restrain this size here. If there is no table. Is there a way to always show the vertical, my gosh, the vertical scroll bar inside the imgui table? There we go. Yes. Oh, how? Well, but the scroll Y disappears. Create a table with the scroll Y. Filter, yeah? Blah, blah. Okay. Always place on the parent begin child container. Huh? Create a child window to contain the table. Okay, but this is what we tried, but then isn't that what we tried to do by putting it here? I think we did that, no? But this doesn't work. Because the scroll bar belongs to this then and doesn't belong to this. So I don't know what ChatGPT is on about. It looks like it's as confused as I am, which is not good. The hope is that yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not good. Well, that doesn't work. Begin child, begin table. What is this true here? Begin child. There's not true. Well, let's say the scroll bar. This code will render to scroll bars, to vertical scroll bars, because two vertical scroll. This does not work correctly because it will render two vertical scroll bars, one for each element, one for each window, the child and the table. You're right. Yeah, of course I'm right. But I think AI does this often if it just guesses. What the hell is this now? Constrain the height of the table. Huh? What is that? Begin the table, fill the table with some rows. Fewer than required for scrolling. Constrain the height of the table. What is this? Okay, I'm curious. Let's see. Table, right? Table. Okay, so what is this? What is this? Abomination. Cell padding, frame padding. Constrain the height of the table. To ensure only the table has a vertical scroll bar and is always visible, use the scroll Y flag, yeah. Fix the table height by setting the table size explicitly to constrain its height. This will reserve space for the vertical scroll bar. Huh? What? Okay, let me see. I call bullshit on this one. That sounds... well, we got a crash. Oh, missing pop. I see. Let's do imscoped. Style var. Cell padding. Frame padding. Now we have 3. Holy shit. Yo, this is getting wild here. Things getting wild. Okay, let's remove this one here for starters. So somehow the cell padding, it does something, but it leads to absolute mess. Absolute mess. Oh boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It somehow constrains the height of this thing in unexpected ways. Yeah. What other style bars are there? Scroll bar size. Can we maybe say always show scroll bar, window padding, border size, min size? Scroll bar size. Tab border size. Ah. Let's search for some additional scroll bar stuff. Maybe we should find something interesting. Content size. Set next window scroll. Huh. No scroll bar. Always scroll bar. Yeah. No, there's nothing. This does not work either. Any other suggestions? You're correct. Table with persistent scroll bar. Okay, what is it coming up with now? Let me see. Simulate content. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. So, table height. What is it doing here? Table with persistent. Add empty rows to fill the scrollable area. Okay, so this goes into what we try to do, right? Add empty rows. Oh boy, it's quite a hack. Yeah, I mean it's a valid suggestion, but it's kind of stupid, isn't it? How about How about a different approach? When the scroll bar is not shown, then we reduce the width of the table by the size of the hidden scroll bar, so that the table dimensions remain the same. How do we do that? How about a different? When the scroll bar is not shown, then we reduce the width of the table by the size of the hidden scroll bar. When the vertical scroll bar is not shown, then we reduce the width of the table by the size of the hidden scroll bar. So the table dimensions remain the same. How do we remain the same with and without scroll bar? The table body dimensions. How do we do that? Let's see. Let's see. Table with consistent body width. Get styles. Okay, so we can get the scroll bar width. Okay. And then we can scroll bar visible. What? Determine if the vertical scroll bar would be visible. Actual number of rows that fit within the height. What? What is this here? Hard-coded mess. Okay, detect scroll bar. It's quite finicky. Okay, but so we can calculate the width of the scroll bar here. And then available width minus scroll bar. Okay, but how do we so how do we know, how do we get the scroll bar visibility status of the table? Table get scroll Y. Is table vertical scroll bar visible? Max scroll Y. Get scroll max Y. If scroll is the scroll bar is visible. Okay. Okay, let's test this. So, is table vertical scroll bar visible? Max scroll Y. Okay. And Then we do this here, the available width. So that is so oh, hold on, that's not the right place. Here. So table width, and then we say the width of the vertical scroll bar. Scroll max y. Yeah, the problem is the problem is that this is from basically we need to be inside the table to get the scroll value, but then it's already too late. So we need to have it from the previous frame. Oof. Oof. That's not good. Hmm. Yeah, it's not good. Begin the table. Yeah. That doesn't work. This table. Yeah, well, I mean, this is stupid because, because integrating scroll bar visibility check. Yeah. So this is too late, right? This is too late. We can't do this because we have no structure to store this, right? So we would need to go by, this would be the best we could have. But then we need, well, maybe we can do it. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, let's see. Put that here. Okay, scroll max y seems to not exist. scroll. Let's search for scroll. Has scroll bar. Whether any instance of this table had a vertical scroll bar during the current frame. Whether any instance of this table had a vertical scroll bar during the current frame. Well, current we can't check, so it needs to be previous. Let's see. Has scroll bar Y previous. Or let's say if current or previous. Right. Let's do a const. Okay, so we say table width const so find by ID. Here. So imgui get ID. Okay, somehow this is all correct. So if, my gosh, if that, then table width minus equal where's it? Yeah, scroll bar size minus equal this float. Okay, and then here we do imvec2 0.0f and table width. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. That is quite a bit hacky, isn't it? Yeah. Not all control bars return return false. Okay, so let's see. Whoa. Okay, so Yeah, I mean, it's not always there, but the height is not what we expected, isn't it? So table invec2. So we need to give it also a oh boy. So we also need to give it a table. Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Right. There we go. Somehow I've mistaken the width for the height. Yeah. Okay, that was stupid. All right. So, and it doesn't work. Oh, what the hell? Well, it works the other way around. What is... Oh, if not, there we go. My mistake. My mistake. My mistake. Okay, that looks promising. Yeah. There is one frame where it stutters, and this is understandable. So it's not ideal, but that's because it can only look at the previous here, right? And we don't know if, well, we can test like, okay, let's test, well, I don't know, I guess we can test, but I don't see this getting fixed because we can only check if it had a scroll bar in the previous frame, right? So that it always lags behind one frame to know whether or not there is a scroll bar. Unless we get this information by some other means, right? It looks good when we go down here. Like if we reach the end, then it looks good. But there's always one stutter frame. One stutter frame when we go back. I can actually see like the scroll bar is positioned for one frame. Can we fix this maybe? Well, we would need to know. Maybe we can check instead if the height of this window matches this height here, this max height. That could be a way to check. How do we do that? How do we get the height of a child window? Get window height. Oh, there's a get window height. Okay, that's simple enough. So we say table width is this, and if so we change the condition. If get window, if let's create a float, const float max resize child height. My gosh, max, I just call it max height, right? Max height. Okay, and we take this guy and we put it here, and then we put the max height here. Yeah. And then we compare if get window height is larger equal max height, then we remove the scroll bar. Okay, let's see. There's also 1 frame delay in both sides now, but otherwise works. Why is this? Okay, I did not expect this. Get window height. So see. Yeah, scroll bar. Let's get back to this one here. What happens if we put the other one? This one. Okay, then we also have a stutter in both ways. Is there maybe something we can do? I mean, it's good that it works in principle. That's good. But the stutter is a bit unholy. It's not the end of the world, but maybe. But yeah, so the problem is that like there's always one frame between. So we resize this. It's a problem, yeah. Yeah. Constrain the child window. There must be a way. No, not necessarily. But I'm always hopeful. Table width. Table width. Yeah. Table vertical scroll. Assembler comparison table. Scroll bar size, yeah. It would be good if it had a native feature where you could say, set the size without the scroll bar region, right? So you can pass this here, this table width, but you can say to the table that the table width I gave you here, it should not include the scroll bar, basically. I think that would be the desired feature, right? But we don't have such feature, do we? Let me see. Decoration, sizing. No keep columns. What is this? Disable keep columns. Precise. No clip. Pad, scroll Y. Sort multi. No, there's no option here. Context menu and body. I don't know. I don't have a good idea here. The question is, if it is so buggy, do we still want to use it? Like I'm not a fan of this. Like either it works well or we don't use it. Right? I mean, I very much would like to have it all in one row, but if we can't do it without bugs, you know. Yeah. What happens if we do this and this? Current and previous. What happens then? Oh. So if we would be able to find a way to not do this hiccup when it spawns it, then that would be good. But it's basically one frame too late. The current comes in. Has scroll bar Y current. Current. Is Thyme a vertical scroll bar visible? It works very well apart from this one aspect. Maybe there's some trickery where we can say under a special combination of conditions we know that the bar will appear, right? So we need to know if it appears before we draw this table. We need to know what appears. If not this table, scroll. Oh, we just accept it. We just accept this bug, right? It's a bit unholy to look at. It's not the end of the world. Right? It certainly looks better if they are all aligned. So when just looking at it, it certainly looks better. So from that perspective, it's great. So we just have this, but yeah, it's not a big deal, I would say. It looks buggy in a way, but it's also not the end of the world. Yeah. So maybe we just suck it up and accept this. Unless we can find some other workaround. But I can't think of it. Okay, how about we take a break now? And we check again next session, because I'm hungry now. Yeah, and then we see. Maybe we can still do something, but it looks dire. It looks dire, yeah. All right, then, yeah. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.